This is the plaintiff Gary Brundage. He says he loaned the defendant his PlayStation gaming system. The guy still has it after 9 months. He can't get him to return it, and he has no other option but to sue him here and now for the return of his property. It just doesn't pay to be nice any longer because nice guys finish last. He's suing for $428.97, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Tyler McKee. He says he asked the plaintiff if he could purchase his PlayStation because the guy only used it once. The plaintiff told him, just go ahead and take it because he doesn't use it. About 6 months later, they got into an argument, and that's when the plaintiff asked for it back. Bottom line, he thinks the guy likes him or something. He made it clear he wasn't interested, and well, here they are. He's accused of being a gamer.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Gary Brundage, you are suing Tyler McKee for $428.97 for the replacement value of a PS4 gaming system with controller and recharging station that you say you loaned to him and he refuses to give back, plus $50 that you say you gave him for gas money to go pick it up from wherever it was, and then he didn't. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. On January 13th, 2017, the defendant and his mother and a friend of his were celebrating his birthday, had come over to my house and wanted to go out to dinner. So I was the designated driver. And
how do you know each other?
We had been friends for a few years.
Okay.
Just
so you were the designated driver, and?
Yes, and during the course of the evening, the defendant told me that he was celebrating not only his birthday, but being in a rehab facility, trying to go clean, that he was a heroin user and showed me his track marks. And he wanted to borrow my PlayStation. I thought it would be therapeutic to keep him out of trouble, to keep him occupied.
Had he ever borrowed anything from you before?
No.
How did he know you had a PlayStation?
He had been over to my place before.
Okay. So, and he had used it there? And you had used it with him, or what?
No, we had not actually played, yes.
Okay. All right, and then you said to him, yes, you can borrow it?
Yes, I did.
Did you give it to him as a gift?
No, I just let him borrow it.
And then?
And after 6 months, I said I would like to have my PlayStation back soon. And he just blew me off for the next 3 months. And in October, I told him if he didn't give it back, I'd have to.
When you say told him, were you speaking on the phone or were you texting?
On the phone.
Are there any texts between the two of you?
Nothing that can be used in court.
Okay. So then tell me about how the $50 came out.
Okay, so in October, I told him that I wanted it back or I'd take legal procedures, and he called me shortly after that and told me that the PlayStation was in his mother's possession and she was in a different city taking care of her mother, and that he needed $50.
Why was it in? Did he tell you why it was in his mother's possession?
Well, he said that it was for safekeeping. He has a problem with his sister, who he lives with, hawking things.
Okay. All right. So does he ever tell you when you asked for it back, what are you talking about? That was a gift?
No, never.
Never. When did you find, he's saying that now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when was the first you heard of that? Once the lawsuit happened?
Just right now.
Right. The second when I just said it?
This second.
Okay. Let's hear from you.
I went over to his house for my birthday, and we were drinking and stuff. I talked to him on the phone earlier that day and asked him about it, and then he said I could have it. Meaning, obviously, if I was a heroin addict, why would he let me walk out of the house with a PlayStation? You know what I mean?
Were you in rehab?
Yeah, I was clean then. Yes.
So maybe that's why. Maybe he was trying to do a nice thing for you.
No, he gave it to me as a gift for my birthday. We talked on the phone, and then there was I bought a bunch of games and all that for it, and then 6 months later, then he wanted it back.
So what do you think? If he really gave it to you as a gift, then why did he want it back 6 months later?
We got in an argument about.
What'd you get into an argument about?
I really don't want to talk about it.
I can't hear you.
Just a bunch of stuff.
No.
Over,
What'd you get into an argument? See, you got to give me a theory for why he would lie now. What is he mad at?
Over some weed.
Over some what?
Weed.
Tell me, what was the argument over
A
the
pot
weed?
deal. A marijuana deal.
What marijuana deal?
Between me and him.
Because what happened?
I didn't get what I was supposed to, and we just got in an argument about it.
Because he sold you marijuana?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that accurate?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, was this a loan or a gift? What do you say?
I would say it was a loan because I would trust the elderly man's opinion.
Just because he's older, you trust
No,
him?
I don't.
Ah, no.
It definitely was a gift.
Do you say because?
He came over his house on his birthday, and he gave him something.
So the birthday is important to you.
The birthday is very important.
What do you say?
It's definitely the birthday, so I guess it's a gift. Why not? He came over.
Well, why not? Is not. Why not? I'll give him his play.
Yeah, I guess, you know. Thanks for the PlayStation.
Thanks for the PlayStation. Going inside the courtroom.
He's a habitual, compulsive liar.
I got to say, your answer to the complaint said he made a pass at you and you weren't interested. When did it become
Yeah.
a weed deal gone bad?
It was also
as
that.
opposed
It was
to
also that.
a pass.
Also that. I just didn't want to say that.
You didn't want to say that? So instead you said the weed deal?
No, that happened too. It was multiple things.
Wait, I'm sorry. You would rather not say that and say the weed deal? Because the weed's illegal.
I know.
Are you on it now? Are you back on?
No.
Have you been clean since?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on Vivitrol and I'm clean.
I'm a what?
I'm on Vivitrol.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Tell me about the $50.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Really?
I didn't go anywhere to go get the PlayStation anywhere.
Say it again.
I didn't go anywhere to go get a PlayStation.
So he's completely making that up.
Yes, I had it the whole time. Why would I give my PlayStation to my mom for? That don't make
As for the
that don't make
$50,
sense.
I'm reading from the complaint from the answer to the complaint that you just read over. Had a chance to sign. This is your signature, correct? And make any changes you wanted to. And you actually did make a change here, correct?
Yeah.
So you read it carefully, correct? Okay, I'm now going to read your answer just moments ago that you did not change. As for the $50, I was just trying to get money from him because he was handing it out.
Yeah, that was another day though. He gave me money all the time.
You just said to me that he never gave you $50. You don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know about
but
going
you
to go
just answered in your answer to the complaint moments ago, all right, which you had a chance to read and change, and you in fact did change something else you didn't like, okay? And you didn't change this. As for the $50, I was just trying to get money from him because he was handing it out.
Yes, but it wasn't about the PlayStation at all.
So what
I asked
$50
him-
don't you know about? You know about some $50.
I'm talking about like 50 to go get the PlayStation. No, he gave me money that day. Yeah, because I asked for it. I just asked for it, and he gave it to me.
Except for what you're answering is his complaint. That's what an answer is. It's an answer to the allegation, and the allegation was about $50 for gas to go pick it up.
That didn't happen. I
There's
just asked
something
for
wrong
money.
with you,
I
and
just
either
asked
it
for
is
money.
drugs or it's something else.
I just asked for
because
money.
if you think for one moment that I'm going to believe the things you are saying, then you clearly have something wrong with you to misjudge me in this fashion. Because you are all over the darn map.
It wasn't for gas.
All over the darn map. When your answer to the complaint is he made a pass at me and it was unrequited and that's why he's now angry and wants it back. And then your answer in court under oath is, well, it was actually a weed deal. And then when I confront you with that, you're like, well, it was both. I just didn't want to say that, so instead I admitted to criminal action. There's something off.
I'd rather
Yeah,
admit to
okay.
that. I'd rather admit to that than the
I
latter.
find in favor of, to what?
Nothing. Nothing.
Did you ever make a pass at him?
Continue.
Are you telling me to continue?
No. Man, I'm just getting nervous. That's all.
You're getting jittery. You're getting jumpy.
Yeah. I don't like being in a courtroom.
Did you ever make a pass at him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did he ever say you made a pass at him?
Not that I'm
How are
aware
you
of.
guys friends? There's a huge age difference. Why were you guys, like, how did that come about? How did you meet and have something in common?
A mutual friend.
It was 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I met him through a mutual friend, and we're acquaintances, and so I kept in
Right?
touch
On
with
his
him.
birthday, he goes to your house. I mean, that you're more than acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he thought he could get something from me, apparently.
Well, but for 4 years, has he been getting something from you?
Yes, I have given him money for things that he convinced me otherwise. It was for work, classes to get certifications for work and work permits, steel-toed shoes, things like that. And I found out they were all lies. It was just a ploy for money for drugs.
So why didn't you wisen up sooner? I mean, if you know that he has a drug issue, why would you sit there and hand more money and more money? Like, if you want to help him with work, pay for the license. Don't give the money to the drug addict or the former drug addict or the current drug addict. Don't tempt them.
I know that now.
What year PS4 was it?
I got it in 2015.
Okay. And how is it that you are assessing the value of $378.97? That's a replacement value for a brand new one?
Yes.
Okay, but you don't get a brand new one for a used one. How long had you owned that one?
Since 2015, so.
Okay, so I am going to award you $200, which would be like if you were to try to sell it in a yard sale, and that's frankly very generous. And the $50 gas money, I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $250.
So the plaintiff prevails. He gets a judgment for $250, the current value of the PlayStation 4. Mr. McKee, I have a feeling you're glad this is over. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm not mad or nothing, man. It is what it is. That's all.
You know, I'm not quite sure what to ask you because you
I don't really have nothing to say.
Yeah, you've lots of different answers out there. Listen, thank you very much. Okay, you must head out of the courtroom. Mr. Brundage, strange case. Yes. Was it a tough decision for you to file a lawsuit against him?
Yes, it was. I thought we were friends.
I mean, I can believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, now that it's over, I don't know if you still have much contact with him, do you?
Not at all.
None.
None.
So you're not going to be handing out money right and left to him?
No.
You've learned a lesson, I presume.
I sure have.
Yeah, okay. Well, unbelievable story. Thank you very, very much, sir. Okay. Harvey, what do you think about that?
Okay, Doug, well, look, I mean, it sounds like the plaintiff was trying to buy the defendant's attention, and that never works.